to Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS, presented by Fisherman's Marine and Outdoor.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Owen Hayes. You're watching Outdoor GPS. Now, Outdoor GPS is brought to you by Fisherman's Marine and Outdoor, and of course, Les Schwab Tire Center, and you can see that displayed right down there. Trust me, this is the time of year, too, you better be paying attention to your tires. Things are changing, and this is the time of year where we get to talk about it. We got great fishing opportunities and hunting in full swing, no question about it, and I actually get to participate in chasing elk and deer starting tomorrow. I am still here, though. I promise I'll do the best that I can. Today, as always, though, we're going to try to enlighten you on some of the options that you have out there, and they're endless right now. If you love to spend time in the outdoors here in the Northwest, from fishing, again, to hunting, and we're going to try to cover that. Today's guest, though, this morning, and it's been way too long. Last time we actually even talked about this guy, he was up in Alaska trying to rebuild his lodge because it burnt to the ground. Big Dave Manners. He's the owner-operator of Big Dave's Guide Service, also Wilson River Lodge. I'm going to tell you right now, if you want to go spend some time over on the North Coast and have just a really cool place to hang out, it's the Wilson River Lodge. I'm just throwing that out there, too, if you were unaware. But we're going to check in with Big Dave this morning. He's on the water, like we always do, on the water with clients, chasing fish this morning. They've got a Chinook and they've got a silver in the boat. And hopefully, if we get lucky without jinxing him, maybe they'll hook one while we're actually talking with them this morning. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully, I just didn't ruin that. As always, though, we're going to bring you the info that you need, right? We're going to have fish counts. We will not go away from that. I asked that question a while back, and we're always going to have those as long as it's relevant, okay? They did extend the Columbia River fishery. We'll talk about that this upcoming segment, so we'll have that to throw in there. We're going to talk about the 10-year average, like we do a lot. I just want to show you exactly where we are and what's about to happen, right? And it's a good thing, mainly because we're going to have that opportunity to fish through and still have the chance to spend some time below Bonneville before the year ends. So that's a darn good thing. Also, we'll check in with Katie and talk about our upcoming change in weather around here. Now, it looks like I might be missing that as I'm heading way east in our state at the very least. But we got some great things to look forward to this upcoming week when you're referring to weather here, especially if you're like me and you're just crossing your fingers for rain. I say this a lot, 2, 3, 4, 8 weeks of rain. Yeah, that's a darn good thing going into this time of year. Let's hope that it's just the beginning. But we'll find out from Katie in just a little bit. Of course, we're going to have the deal of the week for Fisherman's Marine, and it's one that I should absolutely take advantage of. I really should, so Eva, don't be mad if I do. But we'll talk about that later on. Also, we have one entire segment. We call it the E-Block, right? Broken down just for phone calls later on in the show. So if you've always wanted to get in, we've got a call that's hanging right now. Matter of fact, we're going to get to that one because it's about a derby that's going on. Oh, it's Richard from Kenmore. If you've always wanted to call us up, it's a Terra Firma hotline. It's right there. It's right there. There it is. The Terra Firma hotline, 503-548-67. Look how that fits, 6777. See, with all that in there, that looks good. I like that. But if you have questions, comments, or reports, jump in. We'd love to talk with you. And if you're actually out live, either on the water or in the field, whatever, you go to the front of the line. So we'd love to be able to, well, talk with you and find out how things are going. All right, so before we get to your photos that everybody's been sending in and how you can actually do that, let's check in with Richard from Kenmore. I point this way because that's where my monitor is. Richard from Kenmore, looks like he's got a report about a derby going on up in Everett today, a silver or coho derby. What's going on up there, Richard?
It's the biggest biggest salmon derby on the West Coast, Owen. Everett Coho Derby.
That's saying a lot because there's some pretty big ones down here during the Bowie 10 fishery. So there must be a lot of boats participating in this derby.
Yeah, you put 20 grand on the line, and it brings out all the crazies for sure.
See, now he put it appropriate. He's out there too, so you just as crazy as they are.
No, Owen, I was smart, and I tucked tail and ran this morning because it was super crappy out there, 10 to 15, gusting to 17, and I had a 7-year-old on board this morning that I want to come out again in the future. So
good
I made the right decision, made the right decision of to go back in. It's a 2-day derby, so we're going to hit it hard tomorrow. And fishing has just been wide. It's just been great.
What's your forecast like for tomorrow?
Tomorrow looks beautiful. 1 to 5 knots of wind, sunny, perfect, great tides. Got an incoming tide till 1:40 in the afternoon, so you'll be able to troll one direction for those people that don't know how to make circles. And this is just a really big event, and sorry to say there's not going to be as much participation on the water today as there should be, but for those that make it out, be safe, please, because that wind's going to start to howl about 11. It's supposed to come down this afternoon, but just be safe.
That's a great point, and everyone needs to remember. I think Charles Lowe said it best. You always have to know. It's more important to know when not to go than it is when to go when you're talking about messing around in the ocean. Well, very good. So, what areas is this going to actually be in up there, Richard? Is 9, 10 different? What's it going to be?
It's 10, 9, 8, 2, and the Snohomish County River System, Skagit County River System. It's a pretty big, wide-ranging derby. So it's not only for the people that have boats and that can go out in the saltwater. It's for people who don't have the boats that can go to the river, toss spinners, and have just as good a chance to catch a winning fish as we do out in the saltwater. Very
cool. Richard, thanks for bringing that up, and also the reminder of, going when you should and knowing when you shouldn't. Also, I'm paying attention to make sure that the young person is going to want to come back out fishing with you again in the future. See, foresight, paying attention.
If we scare those kids and just bring them out for, extra chance at a bigger fish, then who's going to fight for what we have left in the future if they're so scared and don't want to go out there? We got to treat our children and our friends' children, because that's the future, and we want them to know what a salmon is as well.
Yeah, let's hope that you're absolutely correct. Let's hope that that's something that is in the cards for them. It sounds like things are going good. We'll see how that goes. But Richard, thanks for your phone call. We appreciate it. But good luck. Be safe when you get out there tomorrow, okay?
Yep, thanks, Owen. Have a great day.
You too, bud. Thanks, man. All right, let's take a look at some of the photos that y'all been sending in, and there's been no shortage of you. We want more. I'm going to show you how to do that in just a second. Christina, Nancy Wall sent this in. Nice Chinook, and there's been a few fish caught this morning. I've got photos from up high and photos from down low on the Columbia, and I actually have a photo from right there. If you're taking a look at that barge back there, that should give you an idea of where that photo is. Great photo too, by the way, with the sun in the background. Sounds like that's going to go away for a little while. We might be seeing some cloudy photos going forward here for a little bit. Great day on the Columbia. Kelly, thanks for sending it in. There's been some good sized ones, even though that particular one, that's obviously a very nice fish, but there's been some pretty good ones taken the last. Hold on, what am I looking at? Everyone, bear with me. What the heck am I looking at? Oh, it's a hog. Okay. Okay. I'm like, all right, there we go. That must be from either California or somewhere down south, a hunt that I want to go on so bad. I want to go down to Texas. I don't care where they're there are feral hogs throughout the lower part of the country, and I would love to go sling about a dozen arrows. A target-rich environment with the stick and string would just be a ton of fun, and they're also very delicious. So great photo, too, by the way. That really took me back for a second there, Ryan. I'm like, what am I? You never know. Killer day on the lake. This is from on the lake. What lake? Mitchell. Well, that's a Chinook. Oh, never mind. That's over there. A little offshoot of the Columbia River. A little bit on the east side there. Great photo, though, Mitchell. Thanks for sending that in. That's a fantastic photo. That's one that you should be putting up on the wall. That's a dandy. But there's lots of ways that you can do, but none is easier than the Fox 12 app. Once you download it, which is easy to do, trust me, I did it, it'll tell you how and where to put your photos and video that we show off at the beginning of each one of our shows, much like what we're doing now. And if you'd like to be part of that, please do. We love to see the young people. We love to see the old people and everything in between. Just take some good photos. We'll make sure to show you off so that you can tell your friends to DVR it. Believe it, it's a thing. For real. All right, we're going to cut to a quick break. When we come back, we're going to have my field report from this week. I hunted this week and got prepared. for getting out of here tomorrow. If you can't tell, I'm excited. Also have some info to share for you if you're going to be chasing some fish around here, either along the coast or here locally. We'll be back in just a couple minutes.